Hey guys, this is Arlen T, and this video is to show you how to play a new game called Pick Your Poison. This is a drinking game, and the main idea of this is that you and your friends have no idea what you're about to drink. The first part of this video is instructional. It'll first show you how to set up, what you need, as well as the basic rules of this game. After the rules, you'll actually get to see our first playthrough of this game. Now, keep in mind, I am not a YouTuber, I do not make videos very often, and my friends and I just decided to have a little fun with this. But I thought that it'd be more fun for everybody else to enjoy it, so be merciful. So let's start off. The things that you will need. Obviously, for a drinking game, it's going to entail alcohol. But with this, you can keep a wide range. You can have anything from just gin and vodka all the way up to straight Everclear. I do, however, recommend that you drink responsibly and keep everyone's limits in mind. You don't want to have to clean anything up afterwards. You will also need a number of bottles that vary in shapes, sizes, and colors. These help to hide what kind of drinks that you're using and how much of it that you're using. If at all possible, I do recommend getting corks for the bottles. The number of bottles that you will need will vary depending on how many people will be participating. For our first playthrough, we had 5 girls participating, and we had roughly between 23 and 25 bottles available. So for our first playthrough, each girl had roughly 5 drinks. The last thing that you will need will be just a simple deck of playing cards to help get the game rolling. Setting up the game. Transfer the drinks into the bottles. You can use whatever's available. For this, I actually ended up using a baster, not only because it helped with the small nozzle, but also it does have the labels to help you see how much you're putting in the bottle, so you can try and keep it level. For this first playthrough, I did have some non-alcoholic drinks in some of the bottles, such as Pepsi, that ended up going a little flat. But that was mainly for our first try. Like I said, it's best to keep everyone's limitations in mind. However, I was not always merciful. I did, in fact, use stronger stuff like Crown Royal, but for that, I made sure that I used just a smaller portion. Again, when you play this game, you can use whatever range of drinks that you'd like. You can even use more than one bottle for the same drink. I actually used 2 bottles for Hypnotic. It's good to mix it up a bit, whether it's having more than one of the same or having 3 or 4 that are just non-alcoholic. Now that we have our bottles, we can now use our cards. For the number of girls that we had, what we ended up doing was actually taking one deck of cards and actually splitting it in half. One half would be dealt out to the players, while the other half would actually be our draw pile. The way that we made this work was by separating out each half so that there would be a different red and a different black suit in each half. So for this case, we used spades and hearts in one half, while we used clubs and diamonds in the other half. Now, if you have more players or more drinks that we had for this game, you can just go ahead and use 2 separate decks of cards. That way it'll help out with one being dealt out and the other just being your draw pile. Now that we have everything ready, here are the rules to the game. All the cards in one deck will be dealt out to everyone equally. Those cards will be in the player's hand. They could look at them as much as they want. They can even show off to anybody else. It really doesn't matter. There's no real way to cheat in this. One by one, each player then will go up and draw a card from the draw pile. Whoever is holding the card matching the card that was drawn, in this case a red 6, they would have to take a drink. Once a bottle has been picked up, the whole bottle has to be downed. An optional rule that you can actually have is pertaining to if you draw 3 of the same color of cards in a row. The person who drew the 3rd card of the same color will actually be required to take either a beer or a wine cooler, depending on your preference, and they have the rest of the game to finish that whole can and or bottle. This rule continues until someone draws an opposing color. This is a rule that we added to our first playthrough. We thought that it would be more fun and get more people involved than just one person going up at a time. Another optional rule that you can do is one that we did not use for our first playthrough. If you decide that you want to use this rule for your game, you will have to set up 2 surprise bottles beforehand. I would recommend using identical bottles for this just to make it that much more suspenseful. The idea is that one of the surprise bottles is perfectly harmless, whereas the other one could be very bad. The original idea was that both bottles would contain water. However, one bottle would actually contain a couple drops of some of the hottest hot sauce that you can get your hands on. Now, if you're going to include this rule in your game, you'll have to take the jokers that were left out earlier and place them specifically in the draw pile. Whoever goes up and draws one of the jokers, they actually have to choose between one of those 2 bottles. If the first person lucks out and just gets water, then the next person who gets the other joker will have to take the hot sauce. So, those are basically the rules in a nutshell. We tried to keep it simple for our first game, but you can play any way you like. With that being said, here's our first game.
Go ahead. If you need to move to get a better shot, go ahead. Go ahead and put it face up. Just say black 7. Black 7. Who has a black 7? You have a black 7. Pick your poison. I am not kidding you. What are we doing about that? Just go ahead and put it like right here if you want, because you're not going to need that.
Totally different note, Rachel. You know that thing I tagged you in that says you wake up handcuffed to your best friend, one of the 5 words you say?
Oh, yeah.
Like that spell in my literature, but that wasn't the right spell.
I can't make any promises because I don't even remember that one.
Oh, that's hard. It doesn't come out real fast.
Oh, yeah. Was it Crown?
Oh, that's strong.
I think that was Crown.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was straight Crown. I'll tell you, you already got one of the harder ones right off the bat.
It's fine, yes.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and take my turn. We're just going to go around clockwise.
It's coming out really slow, and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah, oh, here we go. Okay, so Red Jack. I'm not.
Don't pick me again, okay?
I'm not Bobby.
If I got the next card, I'm gonna hand it to you.
I don't remember all of them.
At least I like Crown, but I haven't
We're always like staring at Rachel like,
What is it?
I'm not sure, but I'm not big into alcohol either. So
I've
not
never
big
seen
in the
Katie
alcohol.
drink.
No, I said I'm not big in alcohol. Like I don't know a lot of the. But could you tell there was alcohol in it?
Yes.
Okay.
I've never seen Katie drink.
It wasn't anything strong. Oh, it's your turn to draw. Oh. Red 4.
Everybody's dreading this first one.
I know you're like
A little kid, like, Now, I think I have an idea of what this one means. If that's the case, it's not that bad.
So then pick something different.
Well, no, I want to because I want to try to say it safer, so I kind of, I don't know, just big it.
No.
Until you're feeling a little more adventurous.
Oh, you're taking the one? If you know what it is, you might as well.
I don't know if I know what it is or not yet.
I couldn't drink
smell
mine,
it.
or couldn't smell mine.
I think it's hypnotic, which is what I thought it was. It's
Yes.
usually hypnotic.
Yeah, that's hypnotic. You're supposed to take it in one shot, Jackie. Come on.
Jackie.
Well, that one was a little bit more full than
I
intended.
can't do
She,
that.
she at least finished the whole thing. So, Jackie, now it's your turn to flip it. Everybody's going for the tiny, cute ones.
They seem like
I
less
feel like they're
evil.
more innocent.
Even though there might be the gentle giants. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Red 8.
3 reds. You gotta get a red.
Ah,
You can also get a raspberry or a strawberry if you want either, but you have until the rest of the game to finish it.
Well, I
Oh,
have
okay.
that.
So who has the red 8? I have the red 8.
Don't you say I had to do it? Or is that just
No, you have to get one of those.
You have to get one of the wine coolers.
but whoever has the red 8 has to take the shot, and I have the red 8.
Okay.
So it's my turn.
Do I have to have a burrito? Because I don't know if I like those. I've tried a lime burrito and I didn't like that.
Wine cooler, burrito, it doesn't matter.
So I have to get a full separate one.
Yes. That's the rule. Okay, now I have to remember what I got. And don't worry, I'm not going to just... I'm not even going to go that easy on myself. I will tell you I'm not going for the hardest one. Just because it...
So the hardest one is still up there.
Hardest one is still up there.
I'm gonna end up with it. I just know it.
Because keep in mind, I don't even remember what all of them contain.
See, that's not fair because she has a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah, a little bit, but not all of it.
Some of them look too much alike, I think, for her to know exactly which one to
Remember which one to look.
Capri Sun.
Really? See a gentle giant.
Capri Sun.
Oh.
Okay, so, Heather, it's your turn.
So I have to down this by the time this is all done.
A red 5.
Yep. And you gotta get a wine cooler. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure on that whole thing.
I gotta get a wine cooler
So
too.
it's consecutive,
Someone has to
it's
break
not
it.
just in threes?
Right. Yeah, it's continuous. You have to try and break it.
Are we allowed to smell before we pick?
No. That's why I tried to get the corks for them all, but I couldn't get them all.
I tried to smell the first one that I had and I couldn't smell it.
Go that night.
Ooh, that one looked nasty.
It was.
What was it?
That burned.
It almost burned?
pepperminty. Oh, that one was the peppermint schnapps.
Oh God.
Oh, I'm glad
I didn't get that one.
schnapps.
I hate peppermint.
Oh shit.
Drink your soda. See, remember, I don't know all of them. I have to say.
I got a red 10 and I have it.
So you have to take a shot and get a wine cooler.
Which do I do first?
The shot.
Pick one. You have until the rest of the game to finish the wine cooler.
Yeah, but then what if we have to get another wine cooler?
Well, you already drank
You
it.
better chug it.
I can't chug. I had to chug it
That's
freshman
okay.
year of high school once, and I about died.
Chugging that.
See,
It
I
wasn't
have,
awful.
Part of
It
me
wasn't
just
awful.
since I can't,
Blue.
since those
Actually,
pour out so slow, part of me
that
wants to
was-
pour it in my shot glass and drink it
UV
that
blue
way.
was in it. What it was, that one was actually blue raspberry, I believe. Because we have blueberry martini mix over there with the syrup, so I just mixed that along with the UV blue.
It wasn't awful.
and I'm happy I took that one in one straight shot because
Okay,
I thought
so
I would
my
There's glass on the floor.
Did you break something?
Mommy!
There's the other piece down there.
Wasn't me.
And I got a red, so I gotta get a wine cooler. And I have it! Red King. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna deliberately try and go hard. I'm gonna go hardcore. I'll be nice.
Is that the hardest one?
That was
No.
the one I was going to pick last time.
This is not the hardest one, but this one I know is alcoholic. Cheers.
She's freaking mad at
That one was called Little Black Dress.
Makes you feel like you're wearing a little black dress?
So at least you can see. I'm not picking it, and I'm actually participating. Okay, and I got a wine cooler. Katie, your turn.
God damn it.
She's trying to make herself. She still could have faked the whole. She's a good actress.
Red
Maybe it
2.
wasn't alcoholic.
I wish I was that good.
Red 2.
And you gotta get a wine cooler. I got the red 2! Now she's gonna be like, okay. I'll go for ones that don't have forks.
God, that peppermint's still burning a little bit.
I hope you'll be okay, Katie.
I'm sure I will. I just don't drink very often.
This one was actually a mixture of cherry juice with Capri Sun cherry. So,
Are we supposed to guess what it is?
no, you don't have to, but if you did, then I could tell you what it actually was if you tell me what it tasted like.
Can I take some of these over so it's bottles?
Yes.
Yeah. I choose this bottle. Oh, there's nothing in it. That's because I drank it already.
There. Sorry.
I'm gonna pee again already.
It's Jackie's turn to bowl.
Come on, let's hit a black card now. I know. I think everybody has their wine coolers.
Yes.
Black card.
The red one.
Doesn't smell like anything. I think that's Capri Sun. It doesn't taste alcoholic.
It could very well be Capri Sun. I told you that I have some non-alcoholic.
Which I hate Capri Sun, so. It's not very awesome.
It's non-alcoholic and yet she hates it. It's non-alcoholic and yet she hates it.
I'm just watching everyone down their wine coolers.
Trying.
I can't get it to all come out. I don't know if I have to keep the mouth open.
Yeah, just hold it up and just all the way. There you go. There you go. And heck, we're actually going through this faster than I thought.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna be able to finish my drink that bad.
Hey, if you want, I can. We can have an intermission and I can refill them with something different.
Oh,
Blackjack.
me.
Blackjack.
I win. Blackjack.
Oh, no. Put them over there.
Oh.
Oh. Again, I intended to have more bottles than this. That's okay. Okay, we had some technical difficulties. We had to pause it for a moment. We have paused the game as well, so we have finally fixed it. Hopefully this recording keeps going. Thanks! Whose turn is it to pull?
She's still got a drink.
Alcoholic, non-alcoholic?
Did you use apple juice?
Yes.
Mine might have been apple juice too. Or just green
It was
I don't know.
It's fruity. I had a card. Thank you.
Whose turn is it?
Where is the card?
Who flipped the red Jackie? I flipped the red queen.
So far,
Red.
Who has the red egg? You. That's 2 reds. But you're pulling next.
Oh yeah. I dare you to take the black off. I'm thinking I'm scary too.
It does. It looks like the black.
It's like a dark purple though.
It's just gonna be like water or something, I guarantee.
I know exactly what's in it, but I'll say this, guys. I'll say this. That is not the worst.
Oh,
The worst is still on the table, and that one is not the worst.
I'll take that one.
I think there was supposed to be a little bit of like just regular vodka, but like if it needs to be, But yeah, you were right. It's flat, but it's disgusting. Well, again, I did the soda. I put the soda in there yesterday. It's expected to be flat.
So it tastes like
Work
water,
with it,
kind
people.
of.
Heather, your turn to pull. I went through my wine cooler. I'm on my raspberry or strawberry. I'm almost through my wine cooler.
I need to eat something so my tummy's gonna
Did you pull a red? Nope, no black.
And I drew myself.
Really?
You're gonna cry. I'm sorry.
Did we take it out?
Yeah, it's stuck.
I will allow it because I don't want the course to ruin.
I barely pulled on it.
I know. I'm not blaming you. The course are kind of.
They're kind of, they seem like cheap corks when I bought it too.
Well, corks are corks. They're not exactly the most durable things.
That might be.
Did you have two hypnotics? Yes. I was gonna say, 'cause that kind of looks like it. And it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's.
You alright over there?
Maybe red 9.
Red 9.
It's not too bad.
I only have one card left.
I have 2.
Alright. And I got a round. Ooh, that smells bad. Is this a hard one? I ain't saying anything.
Listen to her face.
Oh, God!
I was about to. If you would have stopped, I was gonna drink the rest for you.
That one was a mixture. I knew I couldn't stop. That was a mixture of straight drinks. That one was actually a mixture of Crown Royal with fire whiskey. Both straight.
You're trying to kill her.
Both straight.
You've got peppermint with a redhead, and you've got cider with a redhead. That's all you need tonight.
Down with the
Let me take an extra one of your cards. I feel bad.
At least you know.
Was that the hard one?
That one was the hardest one. That one was a mixture.
I knew when she looked at you like
I
that.
looked at
I'm
you
like,
and you're like,
I was trying to like silently tell you, it's like she got it.
I could tell. And then when she looked at you, you're like, I'm not saying okay.
Yeah. Oh, my turn.
what was that? A red 9?
A black 4.
Fuck!
You want me to do it? I
I will let you. Oh, God. For this case, I will allow you to pass on if another is willing to take your drink.
Well, because I haven't really had what I've got from my cards, but you've had juice.
Yeah.
You haven't had like hard liquor.
Oh, God.
This one doesn't smell very awesome.
No, I smelled that, though. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard. No, it's hard.
Oh, that was burning.
I knew, like, once that hit my mouth, I'm like, I gotta finish it.
The no fire whiskey. That one's straight fire whiskey.
You're welcome.
I'm happy I didn't pull that one on top of it. It's my turn to pull.
She's fanning herself. I feel like a dog.
Red 6. Red 6?
Thank you, Jesus. Jackie, was that you?
Yeah.
Hey, you volunteered. Hey.
It's my own fault.
It's hot.
It's hot in here, but we're gonna keep
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I got a tank top on underneath this.
These are harder to drink from.
Because the nozzle is smaller.
Yeah.
Takes longer for it to
The
come
big
out.
one looks like it has more than an inch.
It probably does.
Some
Yeah,
of them
but
probably.
so far-
I
so
didn't
far
make
the
it
big
equal.
ones
Even though I
haven't
wanted to
had
make it equal.
any
Do what you can in this game. Do what you can to make all of the shots equal. That way, nobody's getting more than they can handle. Try to get them the same size as
And
the
that way
shot.
it's fair.
All of it.
It's juice.
That's gross.
I have to drink the juice ones.
Here, I'll do it for you.
I think the juice ones are
I guess that's
disgusting.
fair. She took a straight shot, so she gets some juice.
Be
accommodating.
plus
Be
Jackie took one of my
accommodating in
shots.
order to make it responsible.
I don't like juice. I'm not a juice person. Orange juice is great, but
Okay, so who goes next?
Jackie.
Did you pull, Jackie?
Jackie does.
I went.
Oh, I pulled the red 6, yeah. Don't do it.
Oh God!
Poor best friend Katie.
That was my last card.
Just remember that.
I think she's gone. Please close the door. Mom, it's okay.
Okay. Kind of tastes like juice, but I think there's something else in it too.
Some of the actual juice ones, I actually tried to put like a little bit of something without it. I tried to make like a nice simple drink. So
That was my last card, just
Heather.
FYI.
You've graduated.
congratulations, you won.
She got the hardest one.
Black 2.
Black 2.
Sorry.
There's only 4 left. Somebody tells me that was straight crown. I have a feeling that was straight crown.
It's like apple juice mixed with.
Mixed with? Mixed with?
Something else.
Well, because if you think it was apple juice, then it clearly wasn't straight crown.
Well, I don't know if it's mixed with.
Okay, well, you're the next to draw. There's only 3 left.
Oh, I hope you
only
get your
have
own.
1 card. After you.
Hope she gets her own.
had 3.
That's me! I am out. I honestly don't know what's left.
Good. Grab one of them smaller bottles.
I can tell you right now, this is either apple juice or Crown.
Crown.
Crown! I can take it.
I couldn't at this point.
Oh. So does that mean the other two are liquor, or?
I couldn't, I honestly couldn't tell you. It's not a matter of me trying to keep a secret.
This
I
is like
honestly
a double shot.
So it's Jackie's turn to.
don't. No, I
it's
flipped.
Rachel's
I
turn.
flipped.
Rachel's turn.
Red 7.
Not time.
Is that wine cooler?
Nope, because that was only 2 reds in a row. 3 reds and continuous equals wine cooler / beer, whatever you choose at your game.
Okay.
Well, this will likely be your last drink.
See, look, one's like twice as much. And then turn up.
Well, you could probably see in the orange one there is some dilutedness in it.
That looks lighter.
At the very top.
Ugh. But who says that's not diluted with something strong?
It all comes down to this.
They almost look like that. I've got a burp. I'm trying to wait for this burp. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have to burp to.
You guys do not catch that on camera. Coming close on the bottles dramatically. It's a dramatic close-up of her last decisions. One is slightly more full than the other, but does that mean that it's more innocent or more guilty?
Okay, show of hands. Who wants me to take the blue one? Who
Nope.
wants me to take the orange one? I hope it's not juice, honestly, just because
You've had enough of juice.
juice is gross. I got pee.
I honestly don't remember. I'm sorry.
I don't want to smell anything.
Just drink it.
Got something in it. It almost tastes like it's soda. Did you mix the soda with something?
Yes.
This is probably that.
Yeah, it probably has a little bit like a pit.
Because
This
I
much
can
vodka
taste alcohol
along
in
with
it.
just Pepsi. It's supposed to be like an average drink that somebody would get like at a bar, like Pepsi and vodka or Pepsi and rum or
I
something.
really got a burp before.
As long as it's only burping up air. Please only burp
Right.
up air.
But I just feel like I have to burp or I'm not gonna be able to take it. I can't force a burp.
Here,
I feel the pressure with this recording.
Just go ahead and take the bottle with you to sit down. And whose turn is it to flip?
Mine.
The last card.
Hopefully it's not me.
Well, it can't be me.
No, black 3.
Not me.
The last drink. What
Thank
shall
you,
it be?
Jesus. I'm happy I didn't have to go to the wine cooler.
Praise Jesus!
Gotta pee, gotta pee, gotta pee.
Oh, this smells terrible.
Do you want me to hold your hand?
You might want to back up because I might.
Go to the bathroom.
Hey, bathroom. Actually, if you'd like, I will volunteer for you.
Yeah.
I can take it. I'm not necessarily a heavy drinker. I'm not an alcoholic. But
She's
an alcoholic, everybody.
Please don't do that. You look stupid drunk.
What was it?
Just watching you makes me wanna.
Oh, it's gradual. Oh, that was the fire whiskey. Oh, Lord! Oh, that was the fire whiskey. Oh, that's hot.
And you were
Aren't you
right.
happy?
The little one, there's less than one, but it might be more dangerous than the other.
Hot cinnamon. Hey.
I finished my wine cooler before we were done.
Yep.
Who finished?
I didn't.
And I had another.
And that is the conclusion of Pick Your Poison.
I'm gonna go pee.
So that was the first basic example. You can play it any way you want. There are extra rules
Going
that you
on
can
YouTube?
add in. What?
Is this going on YouTube?
Yes, it is. This is an instructional video. Say hi! You guys are going to be famous for this new game. This is probably not going to be that popular, but whatever. Have fun with this game. Drink responsibly. We do not condone underage drinking. So,
That's awesome.
thank you. Bye.